everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
The work this fella did through the air last week is the main reason they come into this game off a win. If not spectacular, it was a very steady performance for him and one he'll be looking to build on in this matchup.
It's the Eagles going up against the Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out. Play fake here on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air on a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Too strong. They get there and take him down. Thomas Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And he connects with Ertz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Call it a gain of 3. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll run again with Blount. A gain of 3, second down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He'll try and run it now with Sproles. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. A dump off to Sproles. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught at about the 6. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
He's still barreling through. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Blunt. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Again, here's Blunt. And now running right through him. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Thomas Davis able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Panthers trail at home at halftime. The Eagles will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. First and 10. Davis showing skill here to get to the QB. This ends up as a loss of 7. Eagles have it early in the second. He'll head up the middle on the run, and he'll go in for a score. That puts them up by a touchdown. 2nd and 2 coming up. Jeffrey's got nobody around him on the catch, and he caps off the 2-play drive with a score. The lead now at 11. Now 3rd and 8. Ertz is going to haul in the pass, and now they get in for the touchdown. That takes the lead up to 18.
Okay, Larry. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Flush to his right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a carry for Blunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Blunt. And this time they're able to bottle him up as he'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
8 yards there on a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it with Sproles. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Let's go. Flex round.
Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And the seemingly endless drive continues. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Johnson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They'll set up to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically. but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Let's go. One, none. One, none. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. Here's the battering ram, Blount. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Second and goal from the 5. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Brent Selleck, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.